Today you are not talking to Saanvi Reddy. Today you are talking to Professor Fun Fact. As you might have guessed, today we're going to have a fun fact video. I'll be taking out different fun facts from lots of categories to tell to you today. So, let's get started. Our first fun fact is that did you know that cats spend around 15 hours of their day in sleeping? Imagine sleeping that much. It'll be nice, wouldn't it? It's going to sleep for ages and waking up and eating dinner. I mean, it would be nice because we get lots of energy, but then there'll be less time of our day. So let's move on. Our second fun fact is that honey can, if you put it in a jar, it can stay for 50 years because it'll crystallize. And that at least we still have honey. Because when you have a bottle of honey and you leave it for a bit, you'll see that the bottom bits will go a bit crystally, while the top parts will be lovely and golden. Our third fun fact today is that unicorns are real. Did you know that? But maybe not in the way you expected. Unicorns are actually, I think, based on narwhals. Narwhals are, see, here I have a unicorn right here. Can you see it? It's a magical unicorn. But our unicorn doesn't look anything like this. It lives in the ocean. You might not expect it to be this, but actually our unicorn is a mammal and it's called a narwhal. The narwhal has a great horn, which is called a tooth, at the top of their head. Only the males have it, but still they look really cool. They're blue in color and look a bit like a whale. And a bit of a whale, maybe a little bit of dolphin, and a bit of a seal as well, mixed up together, and a bit of unicorn, of course. But it doesn't do magic, sadly, or else I'd have a pet narwhal myself. Anyway, our fourth fun fact is that an average 4-year-old asks about 300 questions a day. Can you believe that? At least it depends on what the 4-year-old is like. If it's one that says why a lot, you can definitely expect it to say 300. But otherwise, if it's a silent one, maybe not. But around that, like 60, 100 or something. I myself, when I was a little child, asked about 300 or even more when I was little. So let's move on. Fun fact number 5. Did you know that snow is not white? Snow is clear. Clear, see-through, whatever you want to call it, transparent. It is clear. If you held a speck of snow, just a tiny speck, then you'd see it's clear. But when it falls to the ground, it's sort of gets a little bit clumped together with other snowflakes because the wind is blowing it together. So it gets clumped together with other snowflakes and falls down as snow. But obviously when it touches the ground and clumps up, it obviously becomes white. So it's a really cool thing to know, a really cool fun fact. Cool in both ways. Very cool as in this and cool as in cold. Get what I mean? And another one is our fun fact number 6 is that carnivorous plants are really small and they take 10 to 12 days to eat their food. Carnivorous plants are like Venus flytraps and pitcher plants. And some of them are really small and they take 10 to 12 days to eat their food. Imagine that. So day 1, they catch their food. Day 2, eat. They start eating it. And then on day 12, they're finally ready to open their mouths again. And then it goes on again. And our next fun fact is based on our carnivorous plants. Fun fact 7 is also based on carnivorous plants. Did you know that pitcher plants, tropical ones that you can find in the rainforest, can grow up to 3 feet wide? Totally the opposite of our last fun fact. They can eat small mammals and birds and maybe even frogs. Now that's a really cool fun fact. Do you think it's cool? Because I really do think it's cool. And fun fact number 8. Sorry. In the olden days, they kept babies in cages. Babies in cages! So in the olden days, it's a very useless invention, but still. In the olden days, they would take a cage, put a baby inside, and hang it out the window. What do you think of that? Imagine if a parent in the present did that. I don't know what would happen to those poor little babies. It was called the baby cage. And
why they used to do that?
Well, they used to do it because inside and nannies and babysitters, they didn't have any space. They didn't have enough space inside. So then after they decided that was really, really silly to put their baby outside the window in a cage, they decided that they would keep it inside in little nurseries, which they would like a specific room in their house. Like if we had a baby or there was a baby in our house, we would have like a special area for it where it would be safe. And fun fact number 9 is also another silly invention. It's called the people catcher. And I think that you're thinking what I'm thinking. It's exactly as it sounds like. They would attach a big net in front of cars, and then the cars would go, olden days cars were a bit slow, so they put it in front of a car and went. So if a pedestrian was crossing, they just go into the net. I mean, that's really weird. And then after the cars got faster, and the new look started to appear, people thought it's not good to have a net in front, especially as it will look really silly in front of a really cool sports car. So now we're going to say fun fact number 10. Fun fact number 10 is that your eyes are kind of like a camera. Did you know that? Because light reflects into the eyes and go onto the special little panel, and it shoots out and is showing what is there. But our eyes a camera, not even the best camera in the world, could find the beautiful masterpiece of the eyes. The eyes are the best thing ever. It can outlook every camera in the whole wide world. So I think I would prefer seeing things rather than looking at photos. But if you want to go to somewhere really far, I think photos are better. Anyway, so now it's time for fun fact. Wait, no. There's no more fun facts. Wait, I think I can tell you 2 more. Is that okay? All right, let's go. Fun fact 11 is that, people think they've seen Yetis. Well, Yetis are actually brown bears looking for food. So if you're running away from a Yeti, just remember, if you're running away from what you think is a hungry Yeti, just remember that you're running away from a hungry brown bear that roam around the Himalayas. Wait, no. Keep running. If you see that, do not stop. Keep running. So our last fun fact for the day is that the Lego company, you know Lego, right? All these things that can hurt your feet. Lego company makes around 86 million pieces every year. Much more than that, actually. I just made an estimation. But still, about 469,000 billion. That's probably how much Lego they make every year. Can you believe that? And they also have a secret vault underground. It's where they have every single Lego box they've ever made. And in the olden days, one sec. You know those little minifigures that some Lego sets have, right? They can move their legs and arms. Well, in the olden days, they didn't have arms and the legs weren't movable and they didn't have any faces. So they were just blank dolls and they were really boring. But around in the 1960s or 80s, there came along the Lego minifigures. They could move their legs and their arms and they had awesome expressions. And the first Lego set that they made with minifigures was Star Wars. I know that there are a lot of Star Wars fans out in the world, but the very first box that had a real moving minifigures was Star Wars. I mean, that's so cool, right? My brother, Rishi, you would know him, is a big fan of Lego. We have tons of Lego in the house. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's quite good, I suppose. But anyone who has stepped on a Lego piece will know the pain of having it. It really hurts. So now I've said fun fact number 12. I really have one more. Please, can I have one more? I promise, it's the last one. So this fun fact is for all of the people out there watching this video. Our last fun fact is, did you know that an ant is actually stronger than an elephant? You must remain, no way an elephant can easily step on an ant. But one ant can hold about 50 ants. And did you know, one elephant can't even hold a baby elephant. So who's stronger? One ant who can hold 50 of itself, or an elephant who can hold not even one, or a little baby of itself? Wait, oh no, there's just one more. I promise this is the last one. Fun fact number 14 is about the water bear. They have another name, but water bear is much easier because they're found mostly in the ocean. Water bears live in the ocean. They can be found in the highest mountains and even in the deserts. They're microscopic animals that can live anywhere. Like a scientist did some tests on them. They put them in a spacecraft and sent them up to space. And in that spacecraft, there was no air. And they stayed there for like an hour, up in the sky without anywhere. Which means that water bears can live in space. How cool is that? Imagine if we could live in space. There'd be so much. We would just swim everywhere. That's cool. So I hope you enjoyed our fun facts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye! Thank you for watching this video.